Josephine County Commissioner Keith Heck and challenger Dan DeYoung treaded lightly on the subject of taxes during a candidates forum Tuesday at North Valley High School in Merlin. At stake on the November 8th ballot is Heck's re-election prospects to the Board of Commissioners as well as a proposed public safety levy, the fifth attempt to increase public safety funding since 2012, when declining federal subsidies resulted in widespread layoffs at the sheriff's office. The following video is from the candidates' opening statements at the forum.
Hi, my name is Dan DeYoung, and I was born and raised right here in Josephine County. I went to Grants Pass High School. I'm married to my wife of 47 years. We just recently had an anniversary. Pam, and we have 4 children. I graduated from Grants Pass High School in 1967 and then went on into the United States Navy in '68. Where I served 4 years and was discharged in '72 with an honorable discharge. I left the Navy, came back to Grants Pass. My wife and I moved with our 2 children back here and I worked for Rogue Valley Heating and Air Conditioning, 9 years at Rogue Valley, which 6 of those years was in the capacity of service manager. In 1981, I started All Seasons Heating and Air Conditioning Incorporated, and until just recently, worked in the heating and air conditioning trade, all facets of it, residential, commercial, service, install, repair, you name it. It was a really good business experience for me because 35 years of running my own company and signing the front side of the paycheck really meant a lot to me when every other Friday I had to meet payroll. It was not easy at times. It was tough at times, but you know what? I endured, and I'm a better person for it. I have a number of hobbies. I love to play golf. I'm not good at it. My bowling and golf handicap are both about the same. I have a number of classic cars because that's my hobby. I used to do that when I was a teenager, and now I do it as a hobby. I build cars for myself, and I don't and then sell them. I don't build cars for other people. I really want to be the county commissioner because I think I can take, I've been on the city council for 7 years, the last 3 years of which have been as the council president. And with that, I got involved in the government side of it and the public side of it. I was mesmerized by what I saw. I think there's some changes that need to be made, and I don't even care if things are running perfectly smooth. There's always changes that need to be made and tweaks that need to be made. But I want to bring my business experience, coupled with my political experience as a city councilor on budget committee, Grants Pass Budget Committee. I'm also served on the Rogue Valley Area Commission on Transportation, the Middle Rogue Metropolitan Planning Organization, and also the Urban Area Tree Committee. And I want to bring my experience to the county. I think that the fact that I've been in business for that long, I think it's time that maybe we have a business approach to it. The county and the government is not supposed to make a profit. And I don't intend to make a profit. I just want it to run smooth. Thank you.
Good evening. Appreciate your coming. And my name is Keith Heck. I have the privilege of being the sitting Josephine County Commissioner for Position 2. Sort of a formality because we don't have any areas that an individual commissioner is responsible for. We have 3 commissioners that are elected, and they're elected across the county. So even though it might be for position 1, 2, or 3, you are elected by the entire county and serve the entire county. I'm coming to the end of my first term, 4-year term. To say that I've enjoyed it and counted a great joy would be a slight overstatement, but it has been an opportunity. It has been enjoyable. It has been fun, and in the sometimes more macabre sense of what definition of fun is. But yet on the other hand, I thoroughly enjoyed the time, and I'm looking forward to doing it for another 4 years if you will allot me that opportunity. My background is very simple. I was born in Wisconsin, grew up at the age of 5 down in Southern California. My dad was a dairyman and a farmer. My mother did whatever was needed to be done and to make the family stick together. I was the last of the group. I'm number 5 of 5 boys. My dad, I find a great delight in saying my dad was born in 1893. And it's like, wow. And that's my dad. My mother was born in 1900, so she's the 20th century. My dad. There was in the 19th century. But I have 4 older brothers, and I did not have a lot of close relationship with them, simply because my oldest brother is 18 years older than I am. So at 17 years old, I knew better than the whole education system of what was needed, and they did not respect my opinion, and they kicked me out of school. I did contribute to that some by my behavior, but at that time, and I think it's a good idea, the probation department, sheriff's department probation, had an agreement that you could go to the Marine Corps for 4 years, or you could go to California Youth Authority for an equal time. I chose the Marine Corps, and I'm thankful I did. It taught me a very important fundamental rule. Rule number one, you are not the center of attention. And that was a hard pill for me to swallow. But yet I did, because there wasn't any alternatives. And I finished my tour there 4 years, and was discharged, honorably discharged in 1963, got married to my wife, and we've been privileged to raise 2 children of our own, adopted children. And then we also had the privilege of trying it again with our grandson, and he just turned 25. We live here in Josephine County, been here for 20 years, and my background has been primarily in nonprofit work with churches and or now in the county. But regardless of whether it's nonprofit or a for-profit business, the story is still the same. You need to have the money in, and you need to be responsible about how you're budgeting the money. And that's the great similarity between the two. I was at the Gospel Rest Commission for 13 years as the executive director, retired there in January of 2012, and segued into this, and I appreciate the opportunity. Thank you.
When you're looking for serious buyers, go with what works, a Daily Courier classified ad. Call 474-3711 today.